Hey guys, my name is Serena. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be answering your questions that you've asked me in my 1000 subscribers video that I've done I think last month, and also the questions that you asked me on Twitter because, I ask you guys to ask me questions on Twitter. And yeah, thank you to every single one of you that asked me questions. I wasn't expecting that. And yeah, you guys are awesome. And let's see what these questions are. First question is from Ryan's channel on YouTube, and the question is, what made you want to start YouTube? And I've always wanted to start YouTube. I've always wanted to create my own channel because I loved, and I still do, editing. And I used to edit stupid videos back in middle school with my friends, and I used to have another channel with them with all these stupid videos, but I really wanted to do something on my own eventually. But the thing is, I didn't know what to talk about. There was the makeup community, the lifestyle community, and I think I couldn't do that. But then I thought I wanted to do travel, but I couldn't only do travel because I do not travel every single day, I travel when I get the chance. So then I stumbled upon BookTube and I thought, yeah, I think I should do that. I started buying a lot of books back on when I used to buy a lot of books. And yeah, but I still didn't create my channel until 2 years later. I discovered BookTube. Next question is by Snow White and the Seven Shelves. And the question is, favorite and least favorite book you read because of BookTube? And well, I really enjoyed Always and Forever Laura Jean, The Book Thief. I think I read that because of BookTube. And Cinder. And the books that I really didn't like that much are The Last Star, which is the third book of the Fifth Wave series trilogy. I really liked The Fifth Wave, but the second and third book weren't that great. The third book was forgettable, so forgettable, so yeah. Also, the Serafina duology, I think that I discovered that either on Book Outlet or BookTube. It had a great premise, but it ended up not being my favorite. And I also do not like the A Court of Thorns and Roses series as much as other people do. I do not hate it. I like it. It's a 3-star for me, but I do not love it like other people do. Next questions are from Read by Martha, and she asks me, what's your favorite part of the BookTube community? And my favorite part of the BookTube community is how supportive it is, even though there's drama sometimes. Just people start standing up and supporting each other. I love that. I love that the community is very active on other social medias too, and we can create real friendships and start doing readathons with each other. I mean, if we compare the BookTube community with other communities, I think it's better in the sense that we talk to one another more than in the other people in other communities. Which are some of the best books you've read that aren't really popular here on BookTube? Well, I have to say that I really, really loved 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini, and I've heard it a few times on BookTube, but not as much as I think it deserves to be mentioned. And I really like The Kite Runner too by him, but I really loved 1,000 Splendid Suns because it's about women in Middle East, and I really recommend it. What are 3 fictional characters that you feel the most connected to? Well, there aren't many, honestly. There hasn't been a book that made me think, wow, me, that's me. There aren't many, but I think maybe Laura Jean, in the sense that she lost her mom passed away, my mom passed away, but personality wise we aren't that similar, so I do not have a good answer to this question. What are some of your favorite book covers? And a few of them are obviously Harry Potter, the illustrated edition. I think these drawings are so pretty. Serafina, I really love this rainbow effect. And the dragon, it gives medieval vibes, I really love it. Also, I really do not like when there are people on the cover, but The Kiss of Deception. I really like this one, but I also love the color. I love green. I don't know, maybe it's the green. I really love the color green. And there are a lot of other covers on my shelves and not on my shelves, but these are just to mention a few of them. Are there any books you wish you never read? Honestly, I think that every book you read is an experience, and if I do not like a book now, I DNF it. But when it comes to books that I've read in high school, there are a few that I wish I haven't read just because I do not remember anything. I didn't get anything out of them, from them, so it was a waste of time. Honestly, I do not even remember the titles of these books, so... Next question and last question is, which book or books do you regret not reading earlier in life? And I regret not reading Percy Jackson. I've only read the first book so far, so but even if I only read the first book, I already wish I read it when I was younger. Same goes with The Mortal Instruments. I only read the first book so far, City of Bones, and there are a few series that I haven't started yet, like Shatter Me, the Lux series that I've owned since forever, that I wish that I already read. Same goes with a series of Unfortunate Events. I do want to read them eventually, but I know that I would have loved them more in middle school or in high school, early high school, you know. Next question is from Hustle SZN, and the questions are: how do you feel you've changed the most since starting your book channel when it comes to BookTube? And do you feel like your style has changed, or you've really improved at a certain aspect of it, or maybe your reading tastes has changed, etc.? Well, I do feel like I've changed. My style hasn't changed that much, but I have been improving. I feel like I'm more confident in front of the camera, that I talk with less pauses, you know. I used to edit a lot when I first started my channel because I used to, you know, pause a lot talking. And another reason why I used to do that is because I wasn't used to talking in English a lot, because I'm also Italian and I speak a lot of Italian, so I wasn't that used to it. And yeah, my reading tastes have definitely changed. I used to read only young adult, and I still do. I love young adult, but I started branching out and reading more classics, historical fiction, and other kinds of books, new adult. And I've noticed that the books that I've recently received are not young adult, like Little Fires Everywhere, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So yes, my reading tastes have definitely changed. Next question is from Carpe Diem Books, and the question is, what's the video you're most proud of? And definitely my travel vlogs. You know what? When I successfully do a vlog, and what I mean by successfully is updating you guys on what I'm reading, you know, all day or every day, because sometimes I start a vlog but then I forget about it and continue it like 3 days later. And I'm so proud of the vlog that I did this summer, my travel vlog, and I updated you guys every single day for 18 days, and I'm so proud of that vlog. I'm also proud of my sketch videos. I love to edit. Even though sometimes I feel that they are stupid, I love how much effort I put into that, you know? Next question is from A Beautiful Chaos of Books, and the question is, what's your favorite and least favorite thing about BookTube? And I already told you guys what's my favorite one. I love how supportive the community is, but my least favorite is obviously the drama, but especially the judgment when, you know, a booktuber doesn't read like 20 books a month. I personally cannot do that, especially lately. I've read a lot of audiobooks and only like 1 or 2 books a month because I'm really busy, and I am also a slow reader, and I hate when people judge. It doesn't make you less of a reader if you read slowly or less books in a month, so I really hate that. everyone's different, everyone has their pace, and yeah. Next question is by Bookish Drama, and his question is, have you read and loved a book that you feel if you read it now you'll like it less? Twilight. Definitely Twilight, and I love Twilight. Twilight was the first book that I read as a teenager, and it got me into reading as a teenager, so it always will have a special place in my heart. But I think that if I read it now, I wouldn't like it as much, and I am planning on doing so, on rereading it in 2019, and we'll see what I think about it. Next question is from Terrell Bellinger. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing your channel name right. Sorry. And the questions are, what popular YA contemporary book would you want to recommend to fans of the TV show Friends? And I honestly, I know that that's a big series, but I've only watched the first 20 episodes, I think, of the first season, so I do not know much about it. But I know that there's a great friendship, so what I would recommend is a book with a great friendship. But unfortunately, I haven't read a lot of books about friendships, so the only thing that comes into my mind is Harry Potter, so sorry. And the next question is, what's your favorite TV show that sadly got cancelled way too soon? And thankfully, my favorite TV shows haven't been cancelled too soon. Game of Thrones, Unreal has been cancelled, but at the right time, and it ended well. I really hate when a series ends on a cliffhanger and you'll never know what happened. So yeah, also Stranger Things. And a series that comes into my mind that wasn't my favorite, but it was interesting to me, and that series was, I think, Recovery Road in 2016, and there was only one season, but it was interesting enough for, you know, me wanting to continue on with it, but sadly it got cancelled. Next question is by Pisama, and the question is, can you share a few productive reading habits? Well, you're asking the wrong person because I haven't been reading much lately, but what I advise you is, when you are busy, to read audiobooks, because audiobooks, you can do a lot of things while you're reading. You're listening to audiobooks, you know that. And even if you are tired, I advise you to at least try and read 10-20 pages of a book a day, so that you can still tell yourself, I've read something. And yeah, if you are in a slump, obviously change the book. If it's not, you know, the book for you, read a lighter book, you know. Next questions are from Leslie Cardix, and she asks, where are you from? I am an American Italian booktuber. I was born in America, in New Jersey, but I live in Italy, and specifically in Sicily, since I was 7 years old. What's your favorite vacation spot? I do not have a favorite vacation spot. I really love to travel. I want to visit like 90% of the world. I want to visit everywhere, but there are definitely places that I really want to revisit, like London, Paris. And number 3 is, have you ever been in a reading slump? If so, what did you do to get out of it? And yes, I have plenty of times. And as I said, my advice is audiobooks, changing the book, obviously, if the book is a problem, and slowly trying to read even a few pages a day, you know, slowly getting out of the slump. That's my advice. Next question is from Bookish L on Twitter, and she asked me what's your favorite book cover, and I already answered this question. I showed you a few. Next is from Girl About Library, and she asks, what's your favorite video you filmed? I also answered this, and they are my traveling vlogs and my sketch videos. Next is a question from Lori Dawson, and she asks me, what was the most memorable gift you received? And one that comes into my mind is definitely this teddy bear. Me and my brother have the same teddy bear. They're identical, and I don't remember who gifted this to me, but this was gifted to me after my mom passed away. So I think this is the most memorable gift that I have. Next question is from Ink Not Blood, and she asks me, what would your Patronus be? And I've done the Patronus quiz on Pottermore, and my Patronus is a type of dog. I don't remember which kind, honestly, but I wasn't expecting it because I didn't think dogs could be Patronuses. I don't know why, but yeah, that's my Patronus. Next question is from Olivia's Catastrophe, and she asks me, what was one of your favorite childhood reads? And I used to read a lot when I was a kid before I moved here to Italy, and the most memorable books were the Genevieve Jones books, honestly. Do you read in any other languages, and which do you prefer to read in and why? I read obviously in Italian, but I do prefer to read in English because most of the books that I read that I own are in English originally, and I also prefer to read in English because I usually study in Italian. I speak mostly in Italian since I live here, so I really love to read, watch TV, and watch movies in English to keep, you know, my English active, and I just really prefer it. The last questions are from Head Over Books, and the questions are, what advice would you give new booktubers? And my advice is, first of all, never give up, because if you do, you'll never know. I mean, your channel will grow eventually. If you keep uploading, you keep filming, people will eventually find your channel and find you, and you know, never give up. Also, try and get the best quality you can. You do not need an important, expensive camera, but I think that lighting and audio need to be decent, because if someone can't hear what you're saying, they're not gonna stick around, they're not gonna watch your video, they're gonna skip it because they can't hear you properly. And lighting, I love lighting. I still haven't bought lighting, and I think it's very important, especially in the winter, because it's already 5 o'clock and it's dark. And yeah, get the best quality that you can, but you know, don't stress about it. You don't need expensive equipment. And obviously, since I think that everyone joins BookTube because they want to talk about books with other book lovers, I think that you should connect with other booktubers, comment on their videos, talk with them on Twitter, and they will eventually notice that and start following you and commenting on your videos. And yeah, those are my 3 tips for new booktubers. And lastly, the last question is, what are your top 3 favorite booktubers? And from the top of my head, I'm going to say Read with Cindy. I think that she is hilarious and I love her videos. Common Spence, I think he has great quality and content. And Rachel Marie Book Junkie, I think she makes great discussion videos and I really like listening to her, you know. And yeah, I really love bigger booktubers as well, like Emma Books and Lala, but I'm just gonna mention these for now. And yeah, thank you guys so much for asking me these questions, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!